Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I've just picked up a Mini Cooper John Cooper Works, below market value by about £3,500, so got it quite cheap. It's certainly the cheapest 2016 and onwards John Cooper Works car in the country, quite easy. A number of reasons why, and I'll do a few videos going over that. The first one's quite blatantly obvious. Quite a lot of stickers all over it, so not to the average Joe's taste, and not to mine, to be fair. It literally says John Cooper Works on every side of the car, so I've taken off a couple already, but I thought I'd do a video just to run through the process of taking it off. I've never done it before, to be fair, so you can see at the front and at the side. I've parked it at this angle because it is intermittently kind of raining. I can duck for cover under these beautiful conifers that we've got the side of the house. The back as well, got some more kind of stickers and decals that I do want to take off. Certainly the ones at the side. As in, to be fair, the John Cooper Works and Mini Coopers in general is probably one of the few cars that get away with having decals or sport stripes going through the middle of the car. The only kind of cars that really get away with it are American muscle cars, but this is the other example. So I'm in two minds of whether I should be taking off the ones in the middle, but for today, certainly be looking at taking these ones off. Now, the problem you kind of get taking them off is the residue that you have in the side of the car. So I've cheated a bit and I have taken one off camera. So there was one here where the air duct is. It's left a little bit of a residue, as it were. So I'm going to be using some Autoglym products, a bit of the shampoo, to see if I can take that off. In normal circumstances, you should be doing it on a warm day and using heat blowers or kind of something like that just to soften up the glue. But for whatever reason, it seems to have come off quite easily, which is not always the case for me. Things don't always go to plan, but this may well have done. I've got this kind of ready already, some kind of warm water with a bit of Autoglym shampoo on it, and I'll just see if we can take off the residue that's on there. So let's give it a go and hopefully it goes well. It seems to be coming off. I don't want to rub too much. Not done anything like this before, so I don't want to ruin the paintwork, but it does seem to be fading away, as it were. So it just needs a bit of elbow grease, so you can kind of catch me a little bit later on when I see what more can be done, really. So you join me back again once I've just put a bit of elbow grease into it. So it seems to have taken most of it off. Like I say, be better to see when it's a little bit drier and if we need to do anything else, but it doesn't seem too aggressive with any kind of residue there. A bit more, quite surprised actually. That's all I've had to do so far. The tar remover is at hand just to take off any kind of existing or remaining residue. There's another decal at the back. We'll see how that one goes. Quite a big John Cooper Works sign here. Not ideal, not something I want on it. Like I say, in two minds about the one at the back. Probably will take off everything on the side of the car, but I'm going to start with this one here. Now, I've taken a little bit off already, but I'm a little bit surprised with how easily it's coming off. So just doing this very kind of bit by bit. Right, so I'll be doing the rest of the car. Hopefully it won't be a train wreck. You've come back when the car's had a bit of a transformation now. The over-the-top stickers and decals have come off, and kind of considering it's the first time I've ever done anything like this, I'm quite really happy with this. I'll show you the process on the other side because I've not fully done that yet. But anything that's kind of left over once the car's in kind of sunnier weather, I can have a good look and wax it and clean it properly. But from what I can see, quite good. So I'll show you the process on the other side now. Gonna start with this big sticker. Process here, I've got the Autoglym shampoo, so I give it a quick clean once the sticker's off. This tar remover is quite impressive. It takes off that residue that's left on the side of whatever's left over, and then I give it a nice little hose. So let's start with this big sticker. So when I start peeling it off, I try not to put my nail into the paintwork at all. So I try and peel it against itself until I can get a good amount to be able to peel off. And then it's just a matter of taking it off. And hopefully it'll bring the value of the car back up to what it should be. Not quite sure why the previous owner did this, to be fair. probably wanted everyone to know he's got a John Cooper Works. What I do now is get the Auto Glim shampoo, bit of water, I'll make sure it's a bit warm, give it a good clean. It takes it off a little bit, but it's just to make the surface somewhat a little bit cleaner. And then this does the rest of the work. So I've got a microfiber towel. So most of it, to be fair, comes off quite quickly. So I just dab a little bit on. I'll just attack one area just so that I can show what you do. And even though it's wet, you can see it coming off. And anything that's a little bit more stubborn, just leave it on and kind of return to it later. As you can see, those areas just literally wipe off, and you do that with the rest of the car. So if you ever do see a car that's being sold quite cheaply because there's a load of stickers on it, or the garage is struggling to sell it and you want to take a bit of a risk like I have, it seems to work out all right. So the rest will be taken off, but this is what it'll eventually hopefully look like, a little bit more civilized. This I'll have a think about the ones on the back, but we'll see how that goes. Hi everyone, just an example of the weather that I'm dealing with. Probably one of the only people that is taking off stickers while it's raining like a monsoon here. So glad I parked it this way, so glad I did that side before it started raining, got my shelter under the tree, so I'm quite happy here. Just an example of getting too confident is pulling it off too quick, so it kind of snaps off on that side, where when it started raining, to be fair, I don't think you can blame me for that. I started to try and hurry up, but I am dry. There's no point in rushing it, so just something to learn on that side. So I'm just starting again, going nice and slowly, and again I'm going to go through my Auto Glim process. I'm sure there's other brands you can use, but that's what I had lying around in general. So yep, I'll catch you again on the next part of this. Okay, so that's the end of my first YouTube video on the John Cooper Works. Quite happy with how it turned out. Ended up cutting the video a few times because it actually isn't as easy as it looks, as other YouTubers or YouTube videos show, kind of videoing and doing a bit of work on a car. I'm probably the first person to do this while it's been flipping raining. At least it's the first, but yeah, happy with the outcome. Gonna see how it comes out when it's a bit drier. It keeps on raining quite badly, but I'm quite happy with how it's turned out. Didn't know what to expect, never done anything like this before, like I keep saying, keep banging on about that. Just so everyone knows it's not going to be perfect, but I will have a look when it's dry, give it a good polish, a clean, and maybe another once over with the tar remover if necessary, but it doesn't look like it really needs that. The car behind is what it's actually replacing, so a little bit extreme, but just your standard Ford Fiesta Z-Tech 1.2, and we're coming in something for a John Cooper Works. So gonna do a few videos on that. And my trusted 6 Series Grand Coupe, had that for about 3 years, so a few more things to come on the video. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled, keep tuned, and there'll be a few more to come. Thanks.